Hey guys, so we have a pretty crazy story to tell you today. The thumbnail and title are true, but luckily we did find her and she's doing really, really well. No, I'm just kidding. That's a bad joke. There she is. Seriously though, it was probably the most scariest day of my life, and we're going to get into that in a second, but she's happy to be home. So before we start, we have security cameras that are around the house, and they don't pick up all of the dog movement. They only mainly pick up people movement or cars or anything driving by. So some of the clips that we have are kind of sporadic, but it's just enough to share the story and so that you guys can have visuals. We'll start with the beginning.
So I always wake up earlier than Kenny, and me and Kenny's mom we're getting a new nephew, so we were throwing a little baby shower for her and throwing a picnic. And the picnic tables were at our house, on the side of the house. So when she came and picked me up, it was 9:12 when we left, and I had to open up the side gate to take the tables out and load them up. I put a paint can to prop open the door and totally forgot to close the door.
There they are.
I don't...
Just happily getting in the car.
Yep. So I don't know how I didn't think of that, but...
So now, I guess the rest of the story is me. So Friday night, I was up editing kind of late, so I knew that Saturday morning I didn't have anything really going on where I was going to be going to the picnic, and so I was just kind of leisurely waking up. So now you can see it is 10:42 when I got up, got some breakfast going. Kakoa and Skye asked to go outside, and so I let them out. Didn't obviously check anything. As you can see here at 10:42, Kakoa instantly realizes that the gate's open and kind of runs out. So also, I let Kakoa and Skye out at the same exact time. So we'll get into that in a second, but we have at 10:43, Kakoa just enjoying our front lawn there. Okay, so the clips in between, so that's literally all the camera picked up of Kakoa, is those two clips. And Skye is actually the reason why I went out. So usually I check on them every 15-20 minutes no matter what. It actually had been around that 15-minute mark. It was really hot that day anyway, so I figured they'd want to come back in pretty quickly. So Skye hit the door, but she hit the door not in her usual way. Usually she'll just kind of just tap the door and let me know, hey, I want to come inside. This time she smacked the door. So that was weird. She came in and she started talking to me right away, which that was also weird. So I just thought, I was like, what do you want, Skye? So I gave her a cookie or something just to say, here you go, she's being cute. So then right after that, I went and I grabbed the trash and I took it out to the trash can, which as you guys can kind of see in the gate that there are two trash cans. The moment I opened up that door, my heart, and just it's just that feeling you get when just that worst thing happens. So it looks like 11:14 is when it picked me up running out the front here calling Mariah, which she wasn't answering. So then I called my sister, she didn't answer. Then I called my mom, she answered, and I was just freaking out. And so then they started booking it home.
So she was out for almost 30 minutes then.
Almost out for 30 minutes.
30 minutes. And it isn't unusual for Kakoa to be out there by herself just enjoying the backyard, because she will stay in the backyard for so long.
The confusing part to me is that Skye, I don't know if Skye went out of the gate, because she obviously had to have seen Kakoa do it. So in my head, I'm thinking Skye was telling me that Kakoa is gone.
Yeah.
That's what I think happened, because it was so weird that she hit the glass the way she did, and then she came in and started talking to me right away as if trying to tell me, hey, Dad, Kakoa's gone.
Kakoa's gone.
So that's what I think happened, is Skye was just being that good big sister, that good dog trying to tell me, because she could have been gone too.
Yeah.
She could have been just as far. So that's all it picked up from there. At that point, I get in my car. It's just looking. They say when your dog runs away to try and follow the path that she knows. So we started going through the path that we take her on a walk every night, our little 40-45 minute walk. And we started looking there. Couldn't find her.
And so we also live back up against rural hills. And so I called my dad. My dad has a side-by-side. So I called him and he went out looking in the hills, because we didn't know if she went down into the houses or up back into the hills, which could have been a real nightmare if she went out where we couldn't find her. From the time that she left the house to the time that we got her back was 2 hours. And we don't know how long she was out running around before someone picked her up.
So then at that point, my brother had posted some posts on Facebook, which was really the savior of the whole thing, and we were able to get in contact with the person who picked her up. They basically were saying that, hey, we dropped her off at the vet, contact them, and then, you know, then we'll be able, because she's microchipped and everything, that they'll be able to verify everything and you guys can pick her up or whatever. So yeah, we were just very thankful that nothing bad happened to her. She just had a fun little solo day, I guess. For those 2 hours, it was obviously, you know, every dog owner's worst nightmare. But anyways, guys, she's safe. She is home. And then the last clip that we have is Kakoa. What, you pulling into the driveway? You can see how she was when she got home.